which is featured behind me. It's also featured on this side of my room and in the living area because we listen to records in the living area. I'm going to go through a little bit of an introduction of how I started collecting and a little backstory, and then after this video is posted, there will be videos as follows in alphabetical order and categories to show you what records I have behind me. So I hope you guys are looking forward to this series. It has no special name. It's literally my record collection. Let's get started! First, I want to start off by saying that I've always had a very big passion for music, even as a young child. Like I've said before, my first concert was when I was 5, and it was Kiss, and it's been downhill since then. Now let's talk a little bit about how I started collecting. Let me give you a little bit of specifics about what kind of records I collect. I collect all of the records. Any genre, any time period, I'm there. The first record that I received was around when I was 10 or 11 years old. It was a Cher 45, and I also got a record player with it. From that time period, I just remember having a few records, and then at 2008 or 2009-ish, they started repressing new records, and it kind of revitalized the love I already admired for records. And let me tell you, I grew up in a time period where I saw the end of cassettes and the beginning of CDs. So if that makes me sound old, I'm sorry. I just remember cassettes being in the store, and then I remember them taking all the cassettes out and then putting all these CDs in. So it's a little weird to see CDs be pushed to the side and records brought to the front. Now, I've always been a fan of everything vintage. When records and record players started becoming a big thing again, I was ready to hop on that bandwagon, and it just so happened that my parents used to go to the flea market all the time, so it was easy for me to build a collection. So that's around 6 or 7 years of collecting behind me. Most of the records that you see behind me are used records. I only have a small portion of new records, and I'm going to give you a little tour of my record collection now. The two of us, we can make it if we try, just the two of us. Let me show you some of my favorites. No Stone Unturned. It's signed by the bassist and the lead singer. This band does not exist anymore, but they're one of my favorite bands. Fun fact about this record, I held it in a music festival. I tied it to my chest because I wanted it to get signed, and I still had to stand and watch Arcade Fire. So it survived, and it rained, so it looks pretty good for raining. This is a broken record. No, it was meant to be like that. It's a 45 on a 12-inch. That's cut in half. Thanks, Paramore. Picture disc. Oh, look at you, Billy Idol. These are some weird things I have in my collection. My records are organized alphabetically as well as into a couple categories. I have the Rolling Stones, which is my favorite band, separated. I have the Hermits separated as well. Then I have soundtracks and compilations separated, and new records are separated from the alphabetized used records. I also collect 45s. And 78s. This is a 78. 78s are a very early form of records. They're extremely breakable and brittle, and they usually have songs by Frank Sinatra and Fats Waller and Fats Domino and Benny Goodman and any orchestra you could think of, the Andrews Sisters, so on and so forth. The most I ever spent on a record is $88. This is the most expensive record I bought. There's Jack. It's So Pretty. One of my favorite bands. Every other record was $20 to $40 or $2. I actually really don't care about what the cover looks like, so if it does have some damage or the corner's turned or something's missing, as long as the record's in there and it's in good condition, I will buy it because I'm getting the record to listen to it. So if it doesn't look that pretty, I'm okay with it. If I find a prettier one, I can replace it. Let me know below if you want to see a colored record collection, if you want to start with the alphabet, if you want to start with my Rolling Stones collection, if you want to start with my new collection. Don't be shy in the comment section, let me know. I'll be there to respond to you guys. I hope you enjoy this video. Have a great day, a great night, and a great life. I'll talk to you very soon. Bye! It's a record collection, it's a vinyl collection, it's a vinyl record collection. It's named so many things. My parents called them albums, I call them records or vinyl, depending on who I'm talking to. But this is my vinyl record collection. It's made of vinyl, it's a record, it has an album. Fun fact, did you know there's like 4 different speeds of records, but we only use 3? 16, 78, 33 1/3, and 45. Record collecting.